Dear friends and Talmidim, let's once again share a thought on the weekly parsha. V'yotzei Moshe suam lekrasu Elokim en hamachane v'yisyatzvu betachtas ha. We all are familiar with Rashi, quoting the Gemara in Shabbos Peches Amud Aleph. V'yityatzvu betachtas ha malamed shekafu aleim har kigiges. HaKadosh Baruch Hu overturned the mountain like a kli, like a vessel, like a barrel. Kafu aleim har kigiges. V'omar, if you accept the Torah, wonderful. Ve'im lo sham tehei kivuraschem. You all will be buried under the mountain. And Tosfos asks, Shabbos Peches Amud Aleph, there seems to be a stira, seems to be an obvious contradiction. On one hand, the Gdimun Asel Nishma, out of free will. On the other hand, were they coerced? Were they forced into Kabbalas HaTorah? Kofu aleim ha'kigiges. And Tosfos answers, yes, they put Nasa before Nishma out of free will, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu Kiviyochel was afraid, he was disturbed. Maybe when they will see the huge fire on the mountaintop, they will retract and they will regret. And therefore, Kofu aleim ha'kigiges. There's no way out. There's no way out. And whenever I quote Tosfos, I say, so what actually happened when they did see that fire? Did they try to run away? Parshas Veschanin, Vehine ahar boyer be'esh choshech onon v'arofal, and then what does the pasuk say? V'tikravun v'tamdun tachas ahar. Nobody looked for cover. Nobody seeked out. Nobody tried to run away. V'tikravun v'tamdun tachas ahar. They all pushed in. They all wanted to be part of it. And instead of being afraid of that overturned mountain, it might bury us all, let's run away. No. V'tikravun v'tamdun tachas ahar. That is the greatness of Klal Yisrael. I myself offer a different interpretation to be miyashiv this stira, to reconcile this contradiction. Was it coercion, kofu aleim har kigiges, or free will? So HaKadosh Baruch Hu comes to Klal Yisrael and he offers them a Torah. It would only be natural that instinctively they would say yes, because they got one gift, one privilege after another. They cried out, we're hungry. So they got slav. We're still hungry. They got the man. We're thirsty. Be'er shel Miriam, mineral water. It's cold, it's hot. Everything was air conditioned. Anani kavod. Our garments are old. So Kadosh Baruch Hu comes along. I want to give you a Torah. Of course I'll say yes. Kadosh Baruch Hu says, no. I want you to understand. Kindarlach, my beloved children, I want you to realize and understand what I'm offering now is not another gift. It's not another privilege. Lo yisror ani noison lachem. Avdus ani noison lachem. This is slavery. This is servitude. Up to this point, all you had to perform is Sheva Mitzvahs Bnei Noach, which boiled down essentially to one concept. Be a mensch. Don't murder, don't kill, don't steal, don't lie. From now on, it's not 613. Not 613, far more, because you have all the mitzvahs that are bonon. And that's not the end of it. Minhag is binding. What we learn twice in Shas, Al titesh Torah semecho, Psachim Daf Nun, and Chunin Sadik Gimel. And that's not all. In Minchas Osha, many sources I explained, Chayav Odom, and it says, Rotzoin Ovev Shebeshamayim, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu's will manifests itself, and it's reflected and expressed in many ways beyond the mitzvahs d'oraisa and mitzvahs d'Rabbanon. From now on, you will never have a free moment. Machshava, dibur, ma'isa. This is avdus. And that is the expression, kofu aleim har kigiges. Because in Yevamis Mem Vav Amud Aleph, the Gemara explains, what is tfilas avdus? When we purchase an eved, and he's chayiv mitzvahs beishu, we need to do tefillah. And what defines the tefillah of an eved, of a slave? Bahade de dolareshe memaya amtolo zilte de tina areshe. When he sticks his head out of the water, we place a vessel over his head. And that kli on his head symbolizes avdus. Libi yoimali. Kofo aleim har kigigis. That is the expression. A huge kli over the collective head of Klal Yisrael. And each and every one of them, suddenly it became dark. And something blocked sunlight. And they all looked up, and what they saw was a huge overturned vessel. They were fully aware, this is Avdus. And that is what makes Matan Torah so special. Avodim always try to run away. Those of you that are Americans, you were taught about the Emancipation Proclamation, about Abraham Lincoln. Maybe some of you read Uncle Tom's Cabin. Slaves never were happy with slavery. Avda behefkeda nichale, and they always tried to run away. It is only once in history that an entire people, an entire nation chose Avdus out of free will. Yes, we want to be slaves. Avdecho anan, ano avdo de kudesho berichu. And that is what is special and unique about Ma'amad Har Sinai. And this applies to each and every individual. I heard a beautiful story from the Gerer Rebbe, the Lev Simcha, many years ago. His great father, the Imre Emes, once said, he told a story. Says, vorgekommen ban Svasemes. It was Sukkot, and the Svasemes by the Tish said, Wenn me zukt unu Hashem, kemen poilen de greste Sachen. When we say Onu Hashem and Hallel, we could achieve the greatest things. And the Imre Emes said there was an argument between the Hasidim, the elders of the community. Some said he probably meant Onu Hashem Oshiano. And the others argued, no, it's Onu Hashem Atzlichano. And the Imre Emes said, but I understood that he meant neither Onu Hashem Oshiano, nor Onu Hashem Atzlichano, but rather, Onu Hashem Keni Yavdecha, Ani Yavdechu Ben HaMasech. That is the story that I heard from the Lev Simcha. But now let me share with you my interpretation of the story. It is only twice in the entire Rambam in Mishnah Torah that we find the expression Simcha Yisera. And where is that? Perek Gimel Halacha Vav of Hilchos Chanukah, when the Rambam teaches us the dinam of Hallel, and the Rambam says, why don't we say Hallel Rosh Hashanah v'Yom Kippurim? Lefi shem yomim shel tshuva v'yira v'fachad v'lo yemei simcha yisera. So what we learn from the Rambam is, you cannot say Hallel only with the greatest simcha, defined as simcha yisera. Where else? Perek Chesel Cheslula v'aloch Yud Beis. Afal pi shekol hamoedes mitzvah l'smoich b'am b'yamei achag ois sham simcha yisera. Sukkot was the greatest simcha. More than Shavuos, more than Pesach, more than any other day. Shteit Ayid. Hallel and Sukkos. And he says, Onu Hashem ani yavdecha. And he says it with the utmost simcha. Simcha yasera metoich simcha yasera. Chag HaSukkos Hallel. I don't know whether you ever noticed or realized, Onu Hashem Mashiachno, Onu Hashem Aslichano is Aleph Nun Aleph. Onu Hashem Ki Ani Avdecha sounds the same, but it's Aleph Nun Hey, it's a different word. Rav David Kimchi, the great Radak, explains, Aleph Nun Aleph is a plea, it's a bakosha. We cry out to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, please help us. Hoishiano, Atzlichano. Aleph Nun Hey is an expression of gratitude. It is giving thanks. And Eved doesn't have many opportunities to open his mouth, as we know. And if he does have permission to talk, usually he has what to ask for. Could I have some more food? Could I have some more drinks? Another blanket, another pillow? Could I have an extra half hour a day to rest? Shteit Ayid in the greatest simcha, and he says, thank you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Thank you for what? Ki ani avdecho. You let me serve. So what do you want? I want nothing. I just want to thank you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Avinu Shebeshamayim, for having me as a servant. That is attaching to Mamed Har Sinai. That is Hagdumas Nasa Lanishma, when we saw that vessel over our heads. And that is the Madrega of Moshe Rabbeinu. Did you ever think of it? Sometimes we're called Bonim, sometimes we're called Avodim. And in Kedusha Lamed Vav Esavi is in the Gemara, to be a Ben is a greater Madrega than to be an Eved. So why is Moshe Rabbeinu always described as an Eved Hashem? Vayom Hashem Moshe Eved Hashem. Madua lo yareisem ledaber ba'avdi b'Moshe. Lo yichen avdi Moshe pe'al pe'adaber imo. So why does the Kodesh Baruch Hu describe Moshe as an Eved and not as a Ben? Avdus metoich simcha is a higher madrega than being a son. Because a son is a son by nature. It's biology. An Eved is out of choice and free will. Yismach Moshe b'matnas chelkoi ki Eved nemon korosaloi. That is the greatness of Moshe Rabbeinu. So it's no wonder that Sfasem says, when we say Yono Hashem, Sukkos, Halal, double Simchi Yasera, not Oishiono, not Atzlichano, but Ono Hashem ki ani avdecho. That is the greatness of Kofu Aleim Har Kegigis. And despite Kofu Aleim Har Kegigis, Hikdimu Nasa Lanishma, V'tikruvun v'tamdun tachas ahar. So the Rosh Hashiva speak a lot about Simchas HaTorah, and the Rebbe speak a lot about Simchas HaMitzvah. And I want to speak about the more fundamental Simcha, which comes before Simchas HaTorah and before Simchas HaMitzvah. Simchas U'avdus. Just the joy and gratitude of being Avdei Hashem. Out of the billions of people that walk the face of this planet, we are the very few. Ki atam ma'at mekol ha'amim. And we are the chosen ones. We are bonim lelokeinu. We are also avodim lelokeinu. So the Rambam writes in Perek Ches Halochet Tezvav v'Hilchos Lulim, in the very last halacha, Hasimcha sheyismach ha'odam b'asiyas ha'mitzvos u'ba'ahavas u'kel shetzivos bohein. It's not only b'asiyas ha'mitzvos, ba'ahavas u'kel. We are so happy that HaKadosh Baruch Hu chose us. We are happy that we love HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and we're even happier that HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves us. We are His children. We are His servants. Not by coercion, out of choice and free will. Kofu Aleim Har Kegigis, and being fully aware. What is at stake? We chose Lahagdim Nasa Lanishma. And we should do so every day. We should do so every moment of every day. Thank you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, ki ani avdecho. We should hear B'Soros Tovos. HaKadosh Baruch Hu should give us simcha. He should take away this awful pandemic. Send refuas and Yeshuas. And we should bezoicha b'korov lirois pnei Moshiach tzidkeinu b'mheru v'yomeinu. Amen. Have a beautiful Shabbos.